Shoes, whether flung at speakers or banged on podiums, make the occasional appearance in politics. And now, after the EU rejected Italy's proposed new budget, it was the turn of an Italian MEP to put his foot, or rather his shoe, down. It's the first time the European Commission has rejected any member state's budget proposal. The bloc gave Rome 3 weeks to revise its spending plans. Now, RT's Donald Corter breaks down the dispute.
Brussels is sharpening its knife in preparation for a new battle with Rome. For the first time, the EU has flat-out rejected a member state's budget, demanding a resubmission.
Today, for the first time, the Commission is obliged to request a euro area country to revise its draft budgetary plan. But we see no alternative than to request the Italian authorities to do so. It is in the interest of Italy and in the interest of the whole euro area.
The EU claims that Italy's debt situation is out of control and that Salvini's government needs to tighten its purse strings and fulfill its obligations. The Eurosceptics say it doesn't have anything to do with money, since there are other states with bloated budgets that have never felt such a heavy hand from Brussels.
This is the first Italian budget that the EU doesn't like. No surprise. This is the first Italian budget written in Rome and not in Brussels.
The
Italian economy is healthy, and this is an economic move that will give Italy the stability it needs. We won't change one comma in this document.
There isn't any plan B. You have to consider that we are not gamblers that are betting on our kids' future on the roulette.
Spain, Belgium, Portugal, and Slovenia have all been in violation of their EU agreements in the past. And for years, France has broken the 3% deficit threshold imposed on it by the EU. As for debt, it's been in the red since 2002. And only this year, the second largest European economy received a carefully worded letter in response, asking, all very politely, to reduce its debts.
We thank you for sending the France 2019 draft budget that we received on October 15. We would like to ask you for more details. The Commission's preliminary assessment also indicates that the growth rate for France does not respect the reference rate of debt reduction in 2019.
So, Italy refused to be taken to heel by this double standard. Except the EU commissioner in charge of budgets didn't seem to find the stunt very funny, even connecting the Italian shoe shenanigans to a potential quick path to fascism.
The episode of the Made in Italy shoe is grotesque. At first you smile and we trivialize it because it's ridiculous. But then we start getting used to this kind of muted symbolic violence, and one day we wake up with fascism. Stay alert. Democracy is a fragile treasure.
Well, the draft budget would have seen over $500 million worth of cuts to defense spending, while putting more money towards social welfare and tax cuts. Not exactly a sound way to revive fascism, and certainly not a good way to be a shoo-in with the EU.